Okay, so we've all been there, right? That heart-sinking moment when you realize you're locked out of your own computer. If you've forgotten your Ubuntu password, please don't panic. In just the next few minutes, we are going to get you right back in.
I mean, it is so frustrating just staring at that login screen, knowing all your important files, all your projects, they're just sitting right there on the other side. But look, here's the good news. This is a totally solvable problem, and I'm going to walk you through every single step. And the most important thing, your data is completely 100% safe. You can think of this whole process like we're just changing the lock on the door. Everything inside is going to stay exactly where you left it.
All right, Section 1, entering the recovery zone. So, our first mission is to get into what's called the system's recovery zone. To do that, we have to kind of interrupt the normal startup process. This lets us get access to some really powerful behind-the-scenes tools. Okay, first things first, go ahead and reboot your computer. Now listen up, because timing is everything here. You need to be ready to press a key in that teeny tiny window of time, right after the manufacturer's logo disappears, but before the Ubuntu loading screen pops up.
So there are basically two ways to do this. For most systems out there, just pressing and holding down the Shift key will do the trick. Now, if that doesn't bring up the menu for you, don't sweat it. Just reboot again, and this time, instead of holding a key, just repeatedly tap the Escape key. One of those two methods should get you to what's called the GRUB menu.
Okay, Section 2, navigating to recovery mode. If you're seeing a menu with a purple or maybe a black background, hey, you're in. You made it. This is the boot menu, and from right here, we're going to select a special maintenance mode.
All right, just use the arrow keys on your keyboard for this next part. Super simple. First, you're going to highlight Advanced Options for Ubuntu, and then just hit Enter. Then, on the next screen that pops up, look for a line that ends with the words Recovery Mode. It's usually the second option down. Just select that one, and, you guessed it, hit Enter again.
Awesome. Part 3, gaining super user powers. You should now be looking at the recovery menu. We're about to access something called the root shell. The easiest way to think of this, it's like the master key for your entire computer. It gives us total control over the whole operating system.
So, using your arrow keys again, just go on down to the option that says Root Drop to Root Shell Prompt. Go ahead and select that, press Enter, and you should see a command line appear right at the bottom of your screen.
Okay, this next step is really important. By default, for safety, the system starts up in a read-only state. What does that mean? Well, it means we can look around, but we can't actually change anything. So to change the password, we first have to unlock it and switch it over to read-write mode.
And to do that, you're going to type this command exactly as you see it. It's mount, that's M-O-U-N-T, then a space, then -O, another space, then remount, R-W, one more space, and finally a /. Then just press Enter.
Now, don't be surprised if it looks like nothing happened. In the world of Linux, no news is usually good news. If you just see a new, blank command prompt waiting for you, that means it worked perfectly. You're all set for the next step.
All right, Section 4, the password reset command. We've done all the prep work, we've got our super user powers, and the system is unlocked and ready to accept changes. It is finally time to set your new password.
But hang on a sec. What if you've also kind of forgotten your exact username? Happens to the best of us. No problem at all. There's a super quick command to check. It's an optional step, but, it can be a lifesaver.
All you have to do is type ls, that's a lowercase l, then an s, then a space, and then /home. Hit Enter. This command will list out the home folders for every single user, and guess what? The names of those folders are the usernames.
Okay, now that you've got your username handy, we are ready to do this. We're going to use a command called password, which, it's just short for password.
The format couldn't be simpler. You just type password, a space, and then your username. So for example, if your username is Alex, you'd type password Alex. Just make sure you use your actual username there. Once you've typed it, hit Enter.
Okay, I need you to pay really close attention here, because this part trips a lot of people up. When it asks for your new password, you are not going to see anything on the screen as you type. No letters, no little stars, nothing. It'll look like it's broken, but it's not. This is a standard security feature. So just type your new password carefully, trust your fingers, and hit Enter. Then it's going to ask you to retype it to confirm. And again, you won't see a thing.
And if you type the same password both times, you will see those beautiful words, password updated successfully. And that is it. You've done it. You have officially reset your password. Seriously, congrats.
Okay, on to the final stretch. Section 5, reboot and log in. The hard part is totally over. All we have to do now is restart the computer and log back in with your shiny new password.
And the command for this? Well, it's about as simple as it gets. Just type reboot and hit enter.
Your computer is now going to restart. This time, don't press any special keys or anything. Just let it do its thing. Let it boot up normally until you get back to that familiar Ubuntu login screen. And there you have it. You're back at the login screen. Just go ahead, select your user, type in that new password you just created, and you are back in control. Welcome back. Think about what you just did. You navigated the command line, you took complete control of your system, and you solved a really tricky technical problem all by yourself. The lock is off the door. So the only question left is, now that you're back in, what are you going to accomplish next?